TV23 KDGL. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. You know what? It's Monday, March 14th, 2016. Welcome to High Plains Today. Hey, on today's show, my good friend Steve Dyer, president of the Garden City Area Chamber of Commerce, going to be here. They got a lot of stuff going on. We're going to talk about some upcoming stuff. In the meantime, let's take a look at happenings. Well, Amtrak says its Southwest chief headed from Chicago to Chicago from Los Angeles is derailed 20 miles west of Dodge City near Cimarron on the Burlington Northern Santa Fe track. It tells us 128 passengers and 14 crew members were on board at the time. Now, the Kansas Highway Patrol has confirmed it is assisting the train derailment and says injuries have been reported. Now, 5 cars are on their side. Passengers who were not injured were transported to the 4-H Recreation Center in Cimarron. The train was traveling from Los Angeles to Chicago early this morning when it derailed. Now, it had 2 locomotives and 9 cars. Amtrak and BNSF are investigating the cause of the incident. The National Transportation and Safety Board has a crew on its way to investigate also. Now, Amtrak Southwest Chief Train 3, operating from Chicago to Los Angeles, will detour from Newton to Albuquerque. A Dodge City man is dead after running his pickup into a tree near Cimarron Sunday morning. Now, the Kansas Highway Patrol reports that just before 11 a.m., 91-year-old Henry R. Wagner was traveling eastbound on U.S. Highway 50 when his Chevrolet S10 left the roadway, swerved into the south ditch, and struck a tree. Now, Wagner was pronounced dead at the scene. The Kansas Highway Patrol reports he was not wearing a seatbelt. And a Stafford, Kansas woman is in custody and charged following a shooting incident that left a man dead in the small town just west of Hutchinson. Now, Stafford Police Chief Doug Brown said the incident occurred shortly after 11 p.m. last Thursday evening, March 10th, at a residence in the 300 block of North Keystone. Now, Brown said the first officer who arrived on the scene made contact with 35-year-old Misty Salem, who was hysterical and shouting she had shot a man. Emergency medical technicians who arrived on the scene a short time later examined 41-year-old Samuel Salem and pronounced him dead at the scene. Now, Salem was later taken to the Barton County Jail, where she was booked on second-degree murder charges. Her bail was set at $1 million. And 2 men were sent to a Dodge City hospital after a 2-semi crash Friday east of Spearville. According to the Kansas Highway Patrol, 44-year-old Dennis C. Bostwick of Colorado Springs was preparing to make a left turn from US 50 onto 127 Road in a Peterbilt semi when a Freightliner semi driven by 50-year-old Lyndall R. Kunch of Russell collided with it while trying to pass vehicles that had been between the 2 semis. Both drivers were taken to Western Plains Medical Center in Dodge City. And here's something you don't hear of every day. Texas and Southwestern Cattle Raisers Association Special Rangers Harold Dempsey and Dean Bohannon arrested 63-year-old Danny Talcott of Guyman on Friday after catching the suspect in the act of stealing cattle from a Dalhart, Texas livestock auction. Now, the investigation revealed that Talcott had been purchasing cattle over the internet from Cattlemen's Livestock Commission and shipping them to Preferred Beef, that's a packing plant in Booker, Texas. When Talcott would go to pick up the cattle he bought from the Dalhart-based livestock auction, he would load more cattle than he paid for. You can't do that. And Kansas has its first confirmed case of Zika virus in an adult living in southwest Kansas. The Kansas Department of Health and Environment received confirmation from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention of the positive test. Now, the individual has travel history to a country with local Zika virus transmission, according to the KDHE. Now, the person developed an illness consistent with Zika virus infection and was tested per guidance from CDC and the KDHE. Zika virus infection typically causes a mild illness in those who develop the disease. Now, the most common symptoms include fever, rash, joint pain, and red eyes. Approximately 80% of those infected never show symptoms of the disease. And that's a look at some of the stuff that's happening out there. Stick around. They're going to be back with pretty much a summertime, but then we fall back into spring forecast, maybe even a little moisture towards the end of the week.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here. 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 And here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And welcome back as we look off on the TV23 tower cam. Nary a cloud in the sky. Not much wind out there either. No precipitation headed this way either. Let's take a look at our, if I can get it, there we go. Wasn't pushing it good enough. Temperatures here at the station, 68 degrees, relative humidity 33%. Winds are right now out of the south-southeast at 6. Relative humidity, or the barometric pressure, is falling. Now, as I look at the temperatures around the area, look at this. Everybody, Perryton would be the cold spot there at 57. Everybody else already in the 60s and 70s. Look at our dew points. You get over here around Pratt and Medicine Lodge. They had a lot of fog this morning. You get over further east to the viewing area. And now I've dropped my button. I'm having a good Monday, everybody. And so their dew points are pretty high and their humidity pretty high also. Look at the winds, everybody. Not much wind out there. You got a stationary deal coming through here. Everybody on the east side of that line is winds are out of the east. On the other side, they're out of the west. So, but not a lot of wind. As we take a look at our recorded highs and lows yesterday at the Garden City Regional Airport, our high yesterday was 74 degrees, 84 back in 2012. 41 was the overnight low, 3 back in 1950. No new moisture in the bucket. We need some though. Today we're going to have a high of 80. Winds are going to be light and variable. Later on today, they're going to shift out of the west and they will be gusting up to 25. Tonight our low 37. Winds will still be out of the west at about 16. Then tomorrow we're going to cool down a little bit. 62 degrees, a lot of sunshine. Winds are going to be out of the north-northwest. Picking up later in the afternoon up into the upper 20s. Tomorrow night, 28 degrees for our low. Winds are still going to be out of the north at about 18, dropping down to 12 after midnight. Then we get into later in the week. Do have a 20% chance of precipitation on Thursday. Look at that. There's some snowflakes maybe on Friday, but our highs, you can see, dropping back into March-like temperatures going into the weekend. Other than that, though, the lows are going to be dropping down into the 20s, but climbing back out towards the end of the week. That's a look at the weather. We'll be back with the markets after this.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 110 children is diagnosed with autism. That's a 600% increase in the last 20 years. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
This is the place.
Life's a little different here in Southwest Kansas. We do things our own way with a can-do spirit and strong family values, which means we treat people right, and we want the best value for our dollar. The same is true about United Wireless. We aren't like the national brands. We treat our customers like family. We provide excellent service and simple, easy-to-understand plans that will save you money. We are United Wireless, and we are Southwest Kansas proud.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
It's not his new group of friends. It's not the video games. It's not the neighborhood.
Mom, do I have to go to school today?
The biggest threat to your child's future could be you.
Every day they miss, even in middle school, puts their graduation at risk.
Welcome back. Now joined by Mr. Steve Dyer. He is the president of the Garden City Area Chamber of Commerce. Good to see you today.
Good to see you.
How are things in Garden City, America?
Things are hopping as
booming.
usual.
They're
yes,
booming.
Yes, booming. And
you're a busy guy.
Well, I tell you, it's busy in town, and we like it that way. So
yeah,
we try to keep it busy.
Well, yeah, because you have a chamber breakfast coming up on Wednesday.
Yep.
Okay. And you're going to have, the Garden City Community College Endowment Fund is going to present a program to you?
Correct.
And the Finney County Relay for Life?
Yes. Yeah, they're two nonprofits, very good organizations. The Endowment Association, they have their big banquet auction going on April 1st. And so that attracts about 1,100 people in the community. It's our biggest community event of the year. And of course, all that money goes to scholarships for the college. And so they're going to talk about that and give away a couple of wristbands to I don't know that yet. They usually do. I'm committing them already. So, but they usually do, at least do one wristband, I think. But if they don't, I guess we'll cover that. And then the Relay for Life, I actually chaired that Relay for Life for about 6 years. So kind of near and dear to my heart. We've had a lot of cancer in our family. But so, they do sell the luminaries and we do the walk. And it's just a great event. So they're going to talk about that as well. But two great community events that we'll highlight this month at the chamber. So kind of moving from the business side to more of the philanthropy and education and fundraising. So
both real good causes.
Yes, definitely.
Causes. Relay for Life. Now, where do they do that in Garden City?
That's a good question. I'm not sure where it is this year. We used to do it, of course, at the old high school, and I'm not sure. We'll find out, I guess, on Wednesday for sure where the location is, but I believe it's going to still be there. So, and it's kind of switched a little bit. It used to be an all night to the next morning, and they've kind of switched that up to make it a little easier for people to participate. Not everybody wants to stay out all night and camp out.
That's way past my bedtime.
Out to me too. The older I get, the shorter that is. So
and community college now there, and where do they have their big shindig?
That is down at the exhibition building, the fairgrounds.
Oh yeah,
the big.
You get a lot of people in that.
Some people call it the 3i building, but we're not supposed to do that anymore.
No, because the 3i show's not there anymore.
That's right. But anyway, it's so it's down there, and that's the only place that inside that we can hold that many people. But it's a great event, and I used to serve on that board, and they just do a great job every year. And this year they're giving away $20,000 cash. Usually it's a car. So you suggest a donation, and that's the big prize of the night. But tons of silent live auction items and great food, and it's just a great place to see everybody and for good cause.
Let's go out there and maybe go home with 20 large.
That's right.
That wouldn't be bad.
No, that wouldn't be bad.
No, you go out and have fun, see a lot of people, eat, drink, and get $20,000.
That's right. That's not April Fool's either.
Oh, yeah. All right, and now on Saturday, you have a legislative coffee coming up.
That's correct.
Okay, who's coming to that?
We don't have all the confirmations yet, but every time we have Russ Jennings and John Dollar there. Don Heideman's there most of the time. Larry Powell's there most of the time. Some of it just depends on their schedules. They have other constituents that they have to visit with and everything, and of course family and all that.
Or depending on how things go in Topeka this week.
That's
whether
right.
they want to show up.
Yeah, they might not want to talk to anybody, but so we usually have a really good turnout for that, and we invite basically anybody that is in the area of Finney County. We invite all those representatives, and of course I know they all have other commitments, but we encourage them. Any liberal, everybody. Shannon Francis from Liberal, and Dodge City area, all those people. So, and we also have a really good turnout from the community. And I would like to see. I will tell you, the young people. We'd really like to see more involvement from the young people, the young professionals in the area, because we get a lot of turnout from people my age, our age, but we really need to get the young people really engaged in what's going on in local and state politics, and because that's where I think we can really make a difference. So if you're thinking about it, come on out. There's a lot going on at the legislature right now, and they need our input. Our local people are really frustrated because they really are concerned about. I just saw some new newsletters from both Russ and John specifically that said, we still have the budget to deal with, we still have school finance to deal with, and those are just the two big ones. Not to mention the other stuff that's going on.
Yeah, with transportation and everything else. Yeah, we've had Shannon and Russ Jennings both on the show, and yeah, there's a lot going on.
There
and
really
they,
is.
not only, they want the input from you too.
They really do. They encourage it, and the thing is that they hear from the lobbyists that are pushing whatever legislation is that they want passed.
Sure.
Or knocked down, and so they really need to hear from the grassroots people, the people out here that are dealing with those types of issues. Yeah. Whether it's school finance, it's a school board member, or it's a student even, or a parent or whoever that.
Yeah, they want
really
to know how they're going to be affected.
Yeah.
So
they encourage that input. They really do, because that's how the system is supposed to work.
Supposed to. They'd be
Yes.
ready. All right, but you've got a leadership seminar coming up next week.
Yes.
That's going to be a big deal. The 23rd.
23rd, 24th. It'll be the afternoon of the 23rd and the evening of the 24th.
Okay.
And the company's Bandura Plus. They're actually out of the Hutchinson area. And Lonnie Guyman is the gentleman that's doing the trainings, and he's done these in other places. It's really a leadership, relationship building leadership seminar, pretty high level strategic thinking, and it's really talking about kind of getting back to how do you build and strengthen relationships with people. And so it's not about Excel spreadsheets or about how do I be better at Facebook or whatever. It's about that old school shaking hands and building relationships and strengthening relationships within companies as well. And so he's had some real success, especially in Western Kansas. He's been in other places in Western Kansas, and we out here we're people.
People.
So is that right? So anyway,
it works. People.
Yeah, and so it's going to be the 23rd, 24th, and it's at the American Hotel. And so if you need any information, you can contact the chamber. We actually don't take the registrations, but we can push you on through to Lonnie's people, who will get you signed up.
Because there is a cost for this.
Yeah, there is. It is $299. I can tell you that if you travel to Wichita, Kansas City, Denver, whatever, you're going to spend that just on the travel part.
That's true.
And plus you get a full day. It's an afternoon and a morning, but it'll include all of that. And the level of expertise that he provides is by far worth it. And so you would actually end up saving money and bring 2 or 3 staff, and it's going to be a great event. We're excited about it.
Well, yeah, and especially if you learn how to work with people instead of in this day and age, what do people do? Get your phone out, and that's how we communicate. Oh, I'll just text
right.
you.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll text you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call you. I'm not going to talk to you.
Yes.
I will text you. I will email you.
Yes.
Or something. So you get a little more face to face going in some of these companies. It wouldn't hurt anything.
Yes, that's exactly right. Because you eventually, when it comes down to business, you're not going to do it through texting. You're not going to do it through email. You're going to do it face to face. And so that's, or even human resource and managing employees. It just doesn't happen through memos.
Okay, and you got another big deal though coming up.
Yes.
All right, we're going to talk about this because Brian's yelling at me here. We got about 30 seconds.
All right.
You are teaming with the Dodge City Chamber.
That's correct.
And you're giving away, or you're putting together a trip to Ireland.
Yes, trip to Ireland. We are teaming with the Dodge City Area Chamber of Commerce, and we're going to go to Ireland. It will be a 9-day, 8-night trip. Cost is below $3,500 per person, and there are some incentives to sign up early, incentives for being a member of the chamber, and it's in October, the 17th through the 25th. You can get more information on our website, gardencitychamber.net, or you can call the chamber office, and we can get you signed up.
You're going to do a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to Dublin. You're going to Killarney. You're going to, yeah.
Kiss the Blarney Stone if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Steve, thanks for coming by today.
Thanks for having me.
You always got stuff, don't you?
Yeah, anytime.
That's good. He's got stuff. Look him up on the internet.
That's right.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
Stick around. I'll be back with more after this.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform. give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here. 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 And here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
You realize that 49 million Americans struggle with hunger? That's 1 out of every 6 Americans. These people are around us every day. They're our friends, they're our coworkers, their kids go to school with our kids. Sometimes we're not even aware that they're struggling. This problem is closer than you think. So is the solution.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
And here we go. The overall #1 seed in the NCAA tournament hasn't made it out of the opening weekend the past 2 years, so better believe the boys at KU feel as if they have something to prove. Now, the field set Sunday may be the most wide open as it's been in years, and the Jayhawks may have the best odds of making it to Houston for the Final Four, but they were favored to do so the past 2 years, too, and were ousted by Stanford and Wichita State before they could even think about playing for a championship. That's just the way the unpredictable NCAA tournament rolls. And I think, the Big 12 got 7 teams into the tournament, so that's not a bad deal. Oh, yeah, don't forget, it is Severe Weather Awareness Week all this week. Tonight, storm spotter training at the courthouse in Dighton, and then on Tuesday, they'll be in Kearney County, and Wednesday, there's 2 of them at Finney County at the fairgrounds at 3 p.m., 7 p.m. On Thursday, they'll be at the EMT station in Meade, and on Monday, at the Senior Center in Montezuma. So don't forget, 7 p.m. tonight in Dighton. Hey, looking at our temperature, it's climbing 79 degrees, 30% chance or 30% humidity. Winds are out of the south at 4. Barometric pressure is falling. Looking at the 7-day, we're going to cool off coming towards the weekend. Chance of precipitation towards the end of the week. So it's all good.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV23.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answer.